Hi everyone, Dr. Benitex here. In our lesson today, we are going to be talking about formal charges. What is a formal charge? A formal charge is a bookkeeping tool used in chemistry to track how electrons are distributed in a Lewis structure. It's very important you note a formal charge does not represent the actual charge on an atom. Instead, it assumes that bonding electrons are shared equally between atoms and helps determine whether a proposed Lewis structure is reasonable. In summary, formal charge tells us whether electrons are placed sensibly in a structure. Let's talk about the importance of formal charges. Formal charges are important for three main reasons. Number one, choosing the best Lewis structure. When multiple Lewis structures are possible, the most stable one usually minimizes formal charges. It places negative charges on more electronegative atoms. It avoids unnecessary charge separation. Another importance of formal charges is understanding molecular stability. Formal charge helps to understand molecular stability. Structures with large formal charges or widely separated opposite charges are generally less stable. Another importance of formal charges is explaining resonance structures. Formal charges allow objective comparison between resonance contributors rather than relying on guesswork. So without formal charges, evaluating Lewis structures becomes unreliable. Let's talk about the formula for calculating for formal charge. The formula for calculating for formal charge is given as the V here represents number of valence electrons. This can also be referred to as the group number of that particular element. B represents the number of bonds around the atom, while D represents the number of non-bonding electrons, which could also be referred to as number of dots or the number of lone electrons around that atom. This method assumes equal sharing of bonding electrons, which is why the charge is called formal rather than real. Let's talk about some practical examples. Let's consider the Lewis structure or the possible Lewis structures for CO₂. Alright, for CO₂, how many valence electrons are there in CO₂? Carbon is group 4, we have 4 plus. Oxygen in group 6, 6 times 2, 12 plus 4. So CO₂ has 16 valence electrons. So what is the Lewis structure for CO₂? Our central atom is carbon. So we have C here. We have our terminal atoms, oxygen and oxygen. First things first, place an electron pair in between each of the atoms. Next thing, distribute the remaining electrons around the terminal atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have octets for the two oxygen atoms. What about the carbon atom? No octet yet. Let's account for the total number of electrons here. We have 8 plus 8, 16. So for us to make the carbon to attain octet, we have to initiate a pi bond. This is where we are going to look at two possible Lewis structures. Now, I can decide to erase 2 electrons from here and initiate a pi bond here. And I can decide to initiate another pi bond from here by deleting 2 electrons. And if I do that, I'm going to have this structure on this other side. I'm going to have C here. I'm going to have O here. I'm going to have O here. Okay, so if I initiate a pi bond here, I'll have a double bond here, and I'll have 4 electrons remaining. And if I do same here, I'm going to have the double bond here, and I'll have 4 electrons remaining. Okay, so this is the first Lewis structure. Now let us say that I don't want to initiate my pi bonds on on both sides. I want to initiate my pi bonds on one side. That could be a possible Lewis structure. So I can say this could be a possible Lewis structure on this other side. So I have a C here. Okay. So let's say I have my carbon triple bond on this side. I have a lone pair, just 2 electrons, and I have a single bond on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 2 possible Lewis structures for CO₂. Now, what brought about drawing these 2 structures? Because somebody can argue saying, okay, why are you initiating pi bonds from both sides? Why don't you initiate the pi bond from one side? And that is why I drew the second Lewis structure. Now, we're going to calculate for formal charges for the 2 structures. In our next lecture, or in our next class, we're going to discuss the difference between the 2 Lewis structures, which one is correct and which one is wrong. So from the first structure, let's call this structure 1 and structure 2. So structure 1 and this structure 2. So for structure 1, let's calculate the formal charges. So the formal charge on oxygen is going to be equal to what? Don't forget that the 2 oxygen atoms here are the same because they both carry double bond. So if I find the first one, I found for the second one too. So oxygen here is going to be 6 because the valence electrons is equal to 6. Oxygen is in group 6. It's in group 6. So I say 6 minus. So my B represents the number of bonds around oxygen. So how many bonds are there around the oxygen? I have 1, 2. 2 bonds are there. Minus 2 minus. Now the D represents the number of what? Non-bonding electrons, or you can say the number of dots. So how many dots are there around this oxygen here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 dots. So the formal charge is equal to 0. All right, so that's same as the other formal charge. So I have 0 here. Now, conventionally, when the formal charge of an element is 0, we usually don't write anything. But I'm just writing this for the sake of comprehension. So I have 0 here, formal charge. So what's the formal charge on carbon? So the formal charge on carbon here is going to be equal to, carbon is in group 4, V is 4, minus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 minus 4. So there are no dots. Minus 0 is equal to 0. All right. So the formal charges here, they're all equal to what? 0. Let's check the second structure for the formal charge of all the atoms here. So starting with oxygen. So I'm going to do for this oxygen here. So what is the formal charge? What is the formal charge of that oxygen there? It's going to be equal to 6 minus, how many dots are there? We have just 1 bond here. 6 minus 1 minus, how many dots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 here. So this is equal to minus 1. So the formal charge here is minus 1. All right, what about the formal charge on the other oxygen? So I can do it on this side. Formal charge on oxygen. This is the oxygen that has a triple bond now. So it's going to be equal to 6 minus number of bonds around the 3. How many dots are there? We have 2. So this is equal to plus 1. So I can say this is plus 1. I just say plus. Then the carbon here, the formal charge on that carbon, formal charge on carbon is equal to what? Carbon is in group number what? Group number 4 minus. How many bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonds are there. No dots. So it's equal to 0. So the formal charge here is equal to 0. All right, so this is how to calculate formal charge for all the elements present in a molecule. So in our next video, we are going to be discussing how to use formal charges to decide which Lewis structure is correct. Dr. Benitex here. See you in our next video.